Martell reached out to us because, he is getting bashed. And, some people say deservedly so because he cheated. He had a beautiful family and he cheated and lost his family. So now he wants advice. I'm assuming, Martell, you want to move forward and try to, go on with your life, basically. Is that
Yeah,
why you're here?
definitely so. I would definitely say that being a husband, I'm sorry, being a husband and, I'm not going to say not having a father figure or not having a black role model, not having that as an excuse. But, I was really like learning like trial and error as I was going, so we was married for like 12, 13 years. And, we had a lot of ups and downs, great times and not so great times. And, but, I failed. And, that's why I'm here, because for my future, I want to be better, period, point blank,
Okay.
I don't want to continue to do the things that I've done in the past.
Okay, can I ask a question? Because I don't know the
Yeah.
answer to it. So are you divorced? Are you married? Is it over? Are you trying to
Yeah.
reconcile?
Yeah. Well, no. The divorce is final. It was
Okay.
final as of about a month ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's life after marriage or life after a divorce,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do know. Sad to
So do
say.
I know as well.
A lot of
we both
experience
know.
at this right here, Martell. You
Talk
call
to
the
the
right
guy,
man if
Martell.
you're trying to figure out how to do it again. So
most definitely. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. It really is. I enjoy being married. It's just some things that happen up, and I guess I dropped the ball. I really messed up.
okay. So let me ask you something. When you say you dropped the ball, tell me where you think you went wrong.
I guess thinking that I deserve more. Well, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, careful.
I think I was being greedy. I think
Yeah.
I was being greedy, and at times, I would definitely say that I was saying that my wife wasn't doing certain things within the relationship, but I guess I should have communicated that in a different way, opposed to stepping out,
Okay, yeah. Okay, what we're not going to do is we're just going to tell your truth. We're going to leave
Yeah.
your ex-wife. We're not going to bash or blame
No, 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 no,
Melody.
no, no, no,
That's
not at all.
yeah.
Not
Yeah,
at
we're
all.
not going to do that.
I was just saying how I messed up, how I
Uh-huh.
should have handled it in a different way.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I get that.
no bashing, no negativity, anything of
Yeah.
that nature. I'm looking to
No,
move forward.
I kind of felt that from him.
But there was
right
a
there.
lot of that though, Steve, which is why I said it.
Yeah.
On the show, a lot of
Yeah,
women
there was a
felt that.
lot of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't do it just now. I ain't seen the show, so let me keep saying
we
that
have,
over
though.
and
That's
over.
how the women. That's how the women come at me, just like she just did.
Mhm.
That's how they come at me.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't even.
Oh, that's
like,
forever, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, Martell, that's forever. It's
But-
living this one down gonna be. Woo.
But Martell, you're here. You wanted to come. We allowed you to come. We welcome you to the show, and we do want you to tell your side of it. We do.
So-
We welcome Melody to do the same thing if she would like to.
Well, when we come back,
yeah.
I have a couple of questions that you can answer for me, and then we'll go from there. Our special guest today is Martell Holt from
Love and Marriage Huntsville on the OWN channel.
straight up
All
on
right?
I-65.
We'll be back at
Just north
23
of
minutes
Birmingham,
after.
home
Right
of
after
the
this.
Nassau Space Center.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
All right, Steve, we are back with our live Strawberry Letter. Like we said earlier, the first one we've done in many, many years. Our special guest today is Martell Holt from the OWN Network's Love and Marriage Huntsville. We can recap. So do you have an idea of kind of what's going on now, Steve? I know you said you haven't watched the show.
I
So
haven't
you have
watched
an
the
idea.
show, but this
Mhm.
brother's on here. He had a family. He lost a family because he
Cheating.
well, yeah, he didn't know how to do it. And he said in his own words, he was just greedy.
Uh-huh.
And so it caused the demise of his family. What I just pulled a picture and looked up, beautiful family. And so
Mhm.
the divorce is final now. So let me ask you this, Martell.
Truthful though.
If you could do anything differently, what would you have done?
If I could have done anything differently, what would it have been? I think the communication with my wife. I think just like what she mentioned to me, what I should have done is I should have literally grabbed her and set her down and had that adult conversation, opposed to the things that I was complaining about. I would just complain candidly, opposed to really saying, hey, listen, we have an issue. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it, because it's making me feel a certain way that wouldn't be pleasant for our marriage. So like what she mentioned, better communication.
Okay, now let me ask you something. Were you, while you were having these verbal complaints, was there anything you was doing that deserved a complaint?
Well, she wasn't complaining about too much. We had children. We have children, and a lot of the times I was like the more dominant parent. No, it wasn't anything that she was complaining about.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Well, now let me ask you this though, dog.
husband.
Was it no? Was it she wasn't complaining because she didn't know everything?
Right.
I'm not sure. I mean, we didn't have to have her on the phone for that, because
let me ask you this. Really, was you hiding the cheating part pretty good, and for how long? Before she confronted you about it.
Yeah, I was, when I was complaining, when I started to complain, that's around the same time that I stepped out.
Yeah.
When I started to complain, certain things wasn't adjusted the way I wanted it, which was selfish. But this one I stepped out.
Yeah.
And it went on for about a year before she found out.
It went on for a year. Now let me ask you something. Do you think in your mind that the stepping out also brought about the demise of the relationship?
I would definitely say so, because that probably took something out of me that could have been going toward my wife, and I was issuing over here to someone else. So I totally agree with that.
And there's a baby involved, Steve.
What you mean?
He has a baby with this other woman.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a baby.
A child
You can tell him
about 5 years on down the line. Yeah.
Wait a minute, dog. What?
Yeah.
See, you don't watch the show, Steve. He has a whole baby with this other woman. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, dog. The other woman got pregnant?
She did. I mean, this is when we said that we were going to get a divorce and all that type stuff. So it's not like it happened earlier on, but it happened.
Well, hold on now. Hold on. Because after she found out you was cheating, how long were you all married after she found out?
5 years.
It took her 5 years to find out?
No. She found out 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. So she stayed with you after she found out you was cheating?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
But, okay, how old is the baby, the new baby?
Newborn.
It was born around Christmas, right? Around
This Christmas?
No, it's a newborn.
A newborn baby.
Everybody trying to say when a baby was born, don't nobody know.
Well, when was it born?
That's what the hell I asked.
When was it born?
See, hey, dog, hey, Martell, understand something. We can't undo none of this. So I'm just trying to get the facts. Okay. So I just leave it alone. You got a newborn, but you have how many children with your wife, the woman you were married? You got 4 kids. How close in age is the last 2? See.
Well, Melania, she is 1.5, and my third is 5. So it's like a 4-year difference.
She found out 5 years ago. God,
What?
So he has a.
Well, before I wanted to say this too, Steve. Before we do run out of time, Martell did come on here to get some advice from you.
No, that's what we're gonna do. That's why we go. This is longer than 2 strawberry letters.
Yes, it is.
We finna carry this over to break number 3 because I do want to hear the soldier out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because look, I've been there, and then men can quit tripping. Every man know this story.
Yes, sir.
Stop acting brand new. Every
Okay.
man know this story.
All right, hold
Yes,
up, Steve. We'll have part 3 of the Strawberry Letter with our special guest. This live Strawberry Letter with Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville. We'll be back at 46 minutes after the hour, right after this. All right, here we are, Steve, live with Martell Holt from Owns Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, Martell has come on for advice.
He's come on the show for advice. Now, I've had to get some background. Took me 2 breaks to get the background. Martell was married to a woman. They have a family together. He admittedly stepped out and now found out there's another child involved. And the divorce is final. And so now here he is. And he's admitted that he did some things wrong. What I learned myself was you can't fix in your house. You can't fix what's wrong in your house outside your house.
That's correct.
A lot of men go that route, to be honest with you. You know, there's something wrong and they start telling it to somebody and somebody give a listening in. Next thing you know, they listening real good and they seem to be understanding. The next thing you know, some things jump off. So Martell, where we at right now, man? What would you like to accomplish with this phone call?
So right now, I guess I am going through a tough time because we do have our 4 children. Our divorce just has been over about a month ago now, and I guess I do want to move forward, but I guess I need to know, how do I move on in terms of, like, do I start to, I'm not gonna say start dating someone now, but what does the future look like?
Well, you've been doing that. So
don't say date.
No, don't worry about that. But see, man, let me say this, because I don't care how a marriage go. At the end of the day, the children had nothing to do with it. And every man that has been found guilty of this, every last one of us who have been guilty of this have had to grapple with the facts that we blew a family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We messed up a family.
Yeah, and that's what I'm battling with right now too.
Yeah, man, because it's hard, man, because in the words of Tyrese in that song Shame, what am I supposed to tell these kids? See, that's the gripper. And that's where a lot of us as men, we don't have groups to help us through these moments like this. Okay.
Well, he is seeing a therapist, Steve, by the way. Martell is.
Who is a therapist?
Yeah, he's seeing a therapist.
Yeah.
I have.
Is the therapist, is he divorced?
No, he's been married, I think, about 30-something years. And my thing is, the reason I wanted to speak with you, Steve, honestly, is because I feel that you've been through some things in life.
That's what I'm saying.
And you are like the best person to seek advice from, someone that has actually been through something. I'm going to
talk to you. You don't go learn how to swim, somebody can't swim. You play golf from somebody know the golf swing. If you're in therapy, you're talking to a dude ain't never been divorced. I mean, what we talking about here? That's my opinion.
Totally agree.
I got
That's mine too.
All right, we're gonna come back more. Break number 8.
All right, more with Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville right after this. This is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, our special guest, this is a special live edition of the Strawberry Letter for today. Our guest is Martell Holt. That's right, I said Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville on OWN. Martell reached out to us. He is seeking advice from Steve. He wants to move on now. He wants to move on. And it's nothing wrong with that, because that is life. You have to move on. That's how we learn. We make mistakes, we move on. Steve.
Now, Martell has informed me of what happened. He had a marriage, had some things going wrong in it. He didn't know how to handle it. He admittedly handled it the wrong way. He lost his family, divorce is final. He has children and another child outside the marriage. And today he's sitting here faced with what I know a lot of men are faced with. I've had to look at it myself. And so what I'm saying to you now, Martell, is if I were you to move forward, because you are now, your divorce is public. It's crazy. So now, you getting ate up alive by women. They're not trying to hear you. But the one thing you could do, see, the one thing men don't do is we don't do closure.
Right.
And sometimes, man, closure is a very significant thing for women, especially public, because since your wife was embarrassed publicly,
Humiliated.
it's like when the newspaper make a mistake and the rebuttal, it'd be front page mistake, but then the rebuttal be in the classified section in small print. We made a mistake. They don't do that. So probably the beginning of helping your girl and yourself and your kids is to publicly apologize to her and admit you're wrong in it so that she can get some type of relief from what she's been feeling with publicly. You feel what I'm saying?
I do 100%.
And ask for forgiveness.
That's what she's not gonna forgive him. That's not finna happen.
He can ask.
Don't worry about that. That ain't what you after. He has to make her whole, not himself whole. Yeah. See, and so what he trying to do is find a way so he can kind of put something together for this woman. I think that would be an interesting way to go about it, to publicly address this situation and put her at ease so she's not at fault for some of the things you may have said publicly about her. It was just probably you lashing out, trying to cover and all this here. Cause I know, man, look, man, when we as men do wrong, we justify our wrong with telling the woman what she did wrong that caused us to do wrong.
And that's what I've been doing for quite some time. Well, listen, Steve, I see Shirley, she's mentioning certain things in terms of like I publicly said this and that. So we started filming the show. I didn't want to put our business on TV. I didn't want to publicly talk about.
But the show did.
But
no, they did it. They did it. No one would have known anything. No one would have known anything. I mean, it's a reality show. We choose and pick what we want to put out there. And it was a surprise to me when she hit me with it. It was a surprise and shock when she hit me with it. And it was on TV, so that was the first of it right there.
I tell people all the time, if you want your marriage to not survive, put it on TV.
Right.
Put it on TV.
Put that damn thing on TV, because now you can't work it out by yourself. I think the beginning, though, Martell, is the public statement to make her whole again and not yourself.
That, Steve. I like that.
That's the beginning, because it provides an element of closure. And then after that, there is a little bit of suffering that you have to endure. I did it, man. I know. And mine wasn't entirely my fault either. I can tell you flat out. But in the court of public opinion, it don't matter.
The man is wrong.
Oh, doggy. In the court of public opinion, it doesn't matter.
Don't be a victim, Martell.
No. I'm just saying it just doesn't matter. I'm not saying to be a victim. It just don't matter. A dude, I don't give a damn what you say. So it's going to be a level of suffering that you have to endure because of the pain that was inflicted.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you're going through, it pales in comparison to what this woman who done had these kids had to go through.
Do you still love her, Martell?
There you go.
Oh, I definitely love her. Yeah.
Are you still in love with her? Are you still in love with your ex-wife?
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It hurts me to say that. To be. It hurts me a lot to say that, but I'm not.
Okay, this is part what?
Well, it's a lot of people
100?
listening to this. You can't just say.
We on our way to part 9. I know.
Hold on. Yeah, we got to take a quick break.
This ain't
here,
no
Martell.
Strawberry Letter. This is life.
This is a reality show.
This is
real life.
Welcome to the Steve Harvey reality show, everybody.
Yes.
Brought to you by Monica Barnes, Carla Farrell, and Shirley Strawberry.
All right,
Tommy and Jr. just hanging on. And Martell, all we know is
we trying to hang out with you,
Martell. Damn, dog.
Hang on, Martell. Okay, we got to take a quick break here. We'll be back with more of this live Strawberry Letter reality show right after this. All right, we're back with part 5. It is part 5 of our live
It's
Strawberry
part
Letter
12. But go
of our,
ahead.
of our live Strawberry Letter reality show today with our special guest, Martell Holt, who reached out to us. He wanted some advice during the Strawberry Letter segment, and that is what we do. We give advice. And Martell is here seeking that, and we're trying to do that. And Carla, during the break, you said—
Hold on 1 second. But just, he came on the show. He told me his situation. His wife is divorced. He had outside relationships. There's another baby involved. The divorce is finalized. He loves his wife. He's not in love with her. And his whole thing was, what can I do to move forward? My first suggestion is to provide this woman with some type of closure. What you publicly did to her and said to her, the apology has to be at that same level. See, it kills me when people talk about me on the internet. Then when I catch them somewhere, they want to say I'm sorry in the dressing room. No, your ass get on that same internet you was on when you was talking all that yak. And then when I got up in your face, man to man, now you down to something else. Our breaks is too damn short.
And see, they really. And okay, I have a question too. Go ahead, Carla. You wanted to say something here.
I think, Martell, what's missing is, I watched the show and I've talked about the show. You just did not show any remorse. It didn't. You broke her heart. And you saw that over and over. And as a woman, as women, we watching Melody, we're on Team Melody because we understand how she feels. And I'm just saying what you're saying right now, what Steve is saying, to apologize publicly and say these things. But the one thing that I never got from you is that you were sorry that you broke your wife's heart. And I just did not get that genuinely from her, from you. And even the conversations when you guys were on the show, you talked about what you weren't getting from her. You know what I'm saying? And that's
hold on.
It's getting
hold
good,
on. We're going to give you a chance, Martell, to respond and to make it right, try to make it right and apologize and all that. But we got to take another break, and we'll be back with more of this live Strawberry Letter reality show right after this.
Hey, listen, y'all, we back. I'm taking this kind of fast. Martell Holt is on the phone with us today on the radio. His family's broken up. His wife has divorced him. He was unhappy. He stepped out. There's another child involved. Carla brought up an interesting point while we've been talking about all of this, is that the reason so many women are Team Melody is because they kind of watched you break her on television with some of the things you said. And Carla said you never seemed quite remorseful about it in a sincere way. How do you respond to that, Martell?
I'm very sorry. And, I didn't want to bring this against my family. It was many times that I prayed on my knees and asked the Lord to really, for real, remove this sin from me, but it's like, I kind of fell for this person and it got out of hand. And now that we're on a reality show, it's like my back is against the wall. And then I guess if you guys know about reality shows, they get to run the narrative the way they want to run it. It's a lot of things that y'all women are saying on this TV show that I really would not do in real life. The editing is very serious. I tell you that. The editing is very serious. And, I've been very apologetic to my wife. And it's,
But Martell, you can't control who you are on that show, because there has to be a way that you can control who you are. They can't make the Martell be the Martell they want it to be just because they want ratings. You have to be able to control the Martell that you want, the Martell that's portrayed out there.
Well, now let me say this too, because
that sounds really good. That sounds really good. But when they put you in, when you want to meet 5 different people that you really would not meet in real life, that makes you feel some type of way. I'm up here meeting people, telling them about my relationship that I normally wouldn't do. What I'm supposed to do? Tell the producers that I'm not going to meet today? Right. No, that's my job. And they want me to go meet this person today?
But I think what Tommy is saying is this, Martell. My father told me something a long time ago, real simple, man. He said, son, don't give him a pen to stick you with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you gave him too much fuel. I think you said some things that they didn't have to really embellish, just play it.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes, man, when we in front of people, we flex a little bit.
Right.
And I think to my understanding is it was a lot of flexing on the show. Because, you know, when the camera's on, you know, everybody want to appear in their best light. And you appearing in your best light, put her in her worst light.
Yeah.
And that's and that has cost you a family. When we come back, man, we're gonna talk about that, the importance of the family. And after you apologize to her publicly, not privately, what I think as Steve Harvey you should do to move forward. And I think we'll be able to put some type of closure to the situation when we come back.
I like that.
All right.
That's good, Steve.
We'll be back with our last break of the day with Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville right after this.
Get some more coffee.
All right, Steve, here we are, our last break of the day. Our very special guest today from Owns Love and Marriage Huntsville has been Martell Holt, who reached out to us. He wanted some advice during the Strawberry Letter, and that's what we were, we're here trying to do, because I, believe in redemption. I mean, we would tell the same person who wrote in with these same issues, about redemption and forgiveness and things like that, and public apologies, like you said. So that's what we're here for. Go ahead.
Listen, just to recap it, this brother called in. He made some mistakes in his marriage. He knows that. He stepped outside. He's lost his family. He wants to move forward. There's another child involved. And we've been talking. And one of the things that I know that men are not good at is we're not good at closure. Now, the thing about this brother is it's a lot of men out here that are him. A lot of men out here can know exactly where he coming from. Let's stop all this. We righteous. Damn, oh man, I can't believe you did that. Yeah. Okay. And this is a story that's played out in a lot of places. This is played out all over the country, all over the world, all of the time. And it ain't just this. The days have changed. It's women doing the exact same thing now. It's just, I will be truthful with you. Women are way better at it.
We're smarter.
They're just better at it. So eventually, so now Martell, as I talked to you about apologizing, you thought that would be a good move to do publicly for her, to give her some closure, because what was done publicly can only be undone publicly. You're not going to get your family back. You're not in love anymore, but you do love her. I saw a picture of your family, man, beautiful family. So now moving forward, man, here's what we have to do as men. We cannot, even though we make a mistake and we cost ourselves the family structure, we cannot crumble the fiber of the family. Because them kids ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right.
And kids are affected by divorce.
Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are.
For sure.
They are affected. Absolutely. And so what they have to know at the end of this, Martell, from my standpoint, is they have to know that their daddy loved them more than he loves anything else. Your children have to know that you love them more so than you love anything else you've ever done. And so it becomes a part of, if you and the wife can be cool enough to sit in front of the children and show a unified front. I don't know where y'all at with that. I don't know if that's doable. I don't know if the hurt is too much right now, because sometimes it takes time. And like Bishop Jakes told me, he said, man, you can't just say I'm sorry and expect to walk back in there tomorrow and it's all good.
Right.
He said, that's not how this works.
That's how it used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because somebody got injured.
Yeah.
And
deeply,
even though they put a bandage on it, the pain is still there. So I'm assuming, Martell, you called because look, man, obviously you love your family, your kids.
Most definitely.
And so we gotta get in there, man, and produce. What, Shirley?
You're saying step one, Steve, is to publicly apologize on his road to redemption and getting, moving forward with his life. You're saying step one is to publicly apologize.
See, the Lord's Prayer says, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. You can't expect God to show you grace and mercy if you don't exhibit grace and mercy.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean?
That was one of the things that upset the women so much, is that the arrogance that you had. It seemed like you were just so arrogant about it, and just I did it, whatever.
What it is.
You kept lying about it, and all of that, and that's what infuriated us. You were so arrogant. So now,
because at the beginning I didn't want everybody. I didn't want the whole country in my business. First off, because it wasn't a
on a
plan
reality
of Martell.
show.
No, stop. I mean, it wasn't a plan of Martell to put because I knew what was going to happen if it got out. So I didn't want it to be out. So yeah, I'm going to lie. But at first I'm like, no, I wasn't cheating. I don't want everybody to know it. She knew and I knew. And to me, that should have been it. It shouldn't have been brought to you guys. It should have been brought to the world, because I knew it was going to happen. So I was lying about it.
At least you're honest about that.
I'm perfectly listen to me, Shirley. Every man on this show understands that right there.
He's honest about lying.
Before.
Hold it down.
You have got to lie.
We only have a couple of minutes left, so let's let Martell have the floor so he can publicly apologize.
Go ahead, Martell.
Okay. So to Melody, the person I've been with for over 14 years. I grew up with you. We've accomplished a lot in life. We got 4 beautiful children, and I wouldn't be the person that I am. And I'm not talking about the negative things, but I wouldn't be the person I am without you. I do love you. I love what we stood for, and it's my deepest hope that we can, co-parent together, accomplish that, and make sure that we raise our children in the same way that we wanted to raise them when we're together. So I just want to know that I am sorry to have put you through this, my children through this, our families through this. It hurts me. And I know it hurts you just as much as it hurts me. And I'm sorry, Melody, for everything that I've done, everything. And I thank you for the opportunities that you gave me. You gave me plenty of chances to get it right. God gave me plenty of chances to get it right. I remember us talking about things in terms of God blessing us and showing us favor. And then every time I step out, we lose that favor. And to you, I wish you the best in life, your career, and from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. I am.
All right. Yeah. Well, brother, I think it's sincere. It
is. Yes, sir.
Man, it's not. It's nothing else you can do, and saying it is so. It's just saying it helps a little bit. Yeah. It don't fix nothing, but at least, man, when a woman can hear you publicly say it and hear her name and hear how you feel about the kids, it just gives them some type of public relief, because y'all been beat up in the media so bad, man. So look, man, I appreciate you coming on. Yes. I appreciate you coming on to say this, to get some advice, and you took it, man. And you're a decent person, man. It's look, we make mistakes. When you make mistakes, you got to get up and go again, man. Just go out there, man, and be the best, absolute best dad that you can be to them children, man. Don't let them feel no pain because of this, man. And then keep talking to God about it, man. And one day, man, this will all get better. So we thank you for joining us, Martell Holt. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Martell.
I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, brother.